Hey guys, Gretchen here with a quick herbal video. So this is my winter medicine video. This video I'm going to show you how to prepare a propolis tincture, mix that in with the manuka honey, make the elderberry syrup and mix that in with it. So this medicine will have 3 steps to it. It takes about 3 days in total to make. Now it's not going to take like you're consistently doing it. It's like you'll make a thing and you'll let it sit. Then you'll make a thing and you'll let it sit. Then you'll make a thing and you'll blend it together. So this is my winter cure-all medicine. The ingredients in this bad boy will basically help you keep nice and healthy this winter with our COVID flu. I think I saw something about RSD in there too this year. So this will help keep that immunity system up. To keep the immunity system up, 1 tablespoon a day for adults, 1 teaspoon a day for kids. If you are starting to feel sick, 2 tablespoons a day for adults, 2 tablespoons a day or teaspoons a day for kids. If you are sick, 2 tablespoons twice a day for adults and 2 teaspoons twice a day for kids. You won't overdose on this. There's no licorice or any of the dangerous things. So let's get started, shall we? And I will be throwing up slides in between each thing so that you know what I did and about how long it took. It takes a lot longer for that syrup to cool off to below 95 degrees. It's important for that elderberry syrup to cool down to below 95 degrees because we're working with honey and we want to keep all of those medicinal properties of that honey nice and intact. So we start with the propolis, and propolis is super important because we get not only the healing powers of the bee, but we get the healing powers of the plant in there. So you get that extra oomph of not only healing, but that oomph of that immunity system guarding. All right, let's get started with this winter medicine. And like I said, it does take 3 days just because of the sitting times. However, in total preparation time is maybe an hour over the 3 days, and you get the strongest medicine that you will have ever had in your life. If you have only purchased medicines from the CVS or whatever. Anyway, this stuff is going to be amazing, and you will have made it yourself maybe your first herbal concoction. And this one is a pretty big intensive inclusive one. You can make it, you can tell your people, I know how to make a tincture. I know how to make elderberry syrup. I know how to make this really cool winter medicine and keep your whole family and friends area nice and healthy this winter. They're gonna love you. Anyway, up next, the propolis tincture is first. So we begin by putting our propolis into the spice grinder. It is sticky, so it's going to take a long time to grind. You grind it, and then you grind it. You see it a little running around in there. And like I said, it is sticky because it is bee propolis. The bee propolis is the healing power not only of the bee, but of the plant. So you get that extra oomph. And I did have some information on that propolis slide. And that is what it looks like once it has been ground up. Adding the vodka to it, enabling it to start tincturing. If you're a recovering alcoholic or just prefer vegetable glycerin and use vegetable glycerin, tincture it for 1 week instead of the overnight 2-day thing. Give it a quick stir, and then it'll go into a dark area for overnight. Adding the manuka. Manuka is unique in the aspect that once it hits human saliva, it does not lose any of its healing properties, making it most beneficial in medicinal syrups. So you're going to want to add the same amount honey that you have liquid. I ended up adding this entire jar of manuka honey. Use a 20+ rating. You're going to find some super high ratings. So manuka, not only does it not lose its medicinal properties when it hits saliva, it's an amazing antiviral, antibacterial, antifungal, anti-insecticidal. It has a lot of really wonderful properties. I believe it even has some anti-prolific properties to slow down the growth of cancer cells. Stir it in pretty good. It will separate and you'll have to stir it through a few times, but it does eventually hold together. As with any homemade medicine, you're going to want to give it a quick shake or stir before using it because the herbs do settle and pull apart from the waters and the oils separating. Next, we'll make the elderberry syrup. Elderberries are toxic to both humans and pets until they hit the heat. Keep that in mind. We'll put all of our ingredients together with filtered water, and as it's cooking, we're going to gently smash the ginger, the turmeric, and the berries and get all that really great healing properties released into it. I do add coconut oil to mine, 1 tablespoon, because the turmeric adheres to the fat. The black pepper amps up the turmeric adheres to the fat, and the fat makes it more bioavailable to your body, meaning your body uses more of it and receives more of that benefit. We're going to cool that syrup to 95 degrees. It takes a while to get that syrup cooled to 95 degrees. This is important because most hives maintain a temperature of 95 degrees, and we don't want to go higher than the beehive itself because we don't want to lose or cook out any of those beautiful healing properties from the manuka. So take your time here. I ended up actually eating dinner while I was waiting for it to cool down. You see, it does take a little bit of time there. And once it's cooled down, we'll strain it. I just use a little tea strainer from one of my teacups here. If you're a Reiki, I do recommend Reikiing your medicines. And this is our Propolis tincture that the honey has been melded into for 1 day. We let it sit so that it doesn't pull apart quite as easily. And now we will pour that elderberry directly into that concoction, and it mixes itself together. There we go. Store it in the refrigerator, and it should keep for 6 months. 1 tablespoon a day to maintain health, 2 tablespoons a day if you're starting to feel sick, and 4 tablespoons a day if you are sick. That's going to be 1 teaspoon for kids, 2 teaspoons and 4 teaspoons respectively until they're about 8 or 9 years old, and then they'll hit the adult quantities. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do and you'd like to see more, and keep in mind I do a lot of Reiki videos, please hit that subscribe button for me. And until next time, namaste and Sat Nam.